Today, we're diving deep into one of the most humble yet versatile ingredients of the 1950s and 60s, plain sandwich bread. Now, this wasn't just any bread. For many families, especially those pinching pennies, sandwich bread was a kitchen staple that could be transformed into a surprising variety of meals and snacks. From sweet treats to savory staples, this loaf of white bread was a canvas for creativity, comfort, and sometimes just sheer survival. So, buckle up as we explore 15 frugal and nostalgic sandwich bread meals that folks actually ate back in the day. Some might make you smile, some might make you raise an eyebrow, but all of them tell a story about resourcefulness and heart. Before we jump in, I'd love to know, did your family have any simple bread-based meals growing up? Drop your favorite in the comments. 1. Butter and sugar sandwich. Let's start with a simple classic. The butter and sugar sandwich. Imagine a kid in the 1950s coming home from school with a rumbling belly and a sweet tooth. What's the fix? A thick slice of white bread, slathered with creamy butter, sprinkled generously with sugar. The butter melts into the soft bread, creating a rich, slightly salty base for the sweet crunch of sugar crystals. It's like a homemade candy bar, but without the wrapper or the price tag. It's the kind of snack that grandma might have sneaked you after school, with a wink and a "don't tell your mom." This snack was a treat that didn't require a trip to the store or a fancy recipe. You can almost hear the clink of glass milk bottles on the doorstep. Try adding a sprinkle of cinnamon for a cozy twist. Question for you. Have you ever tried this combo? What's your favorite simple childhood snack? 2. Ketchup soup with bread. Now, ketchup soup might sound odd today, but in tough times, it was a clever, budget-friendly way to make a warm meal. Picture a family with little money, no fresh tomatoes, but a bottle of ketchup in the pantry. Mix ketchup with hot water, add a pinch of sugar and salt, and you have a tangy, tomato-flavored broth. It's thin and simple, but dipping soft white bread into it adds substance and comfort. This soup was a reminder that even the humblest ingredients could be stretched to feed a family. Fun fact: ketchup soup has roots in Depression-era cooking, where resourcefulness was a survival skill. Would you be brave enough to try ketchup soup? Or do you have a similar odd but tasty recipe from your family? Share below. 3. Chipped beef on toast, also known as SOS. If you've heard the term SOS, you might think it's a distress signal, but in the 50s and 60s it meant stuff on a shingle. This dish was a staple in military mess halls and homes alike. Dried beef and creamy white gravy poured over toasted white bread might not sound glamorous, but it was salty, rich, and filling. For many, it was a way to turn pantry staples into a comforting meal after a long day. Imagine a mom stirring the gravy on the stove while the kids set the table, the aroma filling the kitchen with warmth and familiarity. Variation. Add a sprinkle of black pepper, or a dash of hot sauce for a little kick. Have you ever eaten SOS? What did you think? Or is there a similar comfort food in your family? 4. Hot dog sandwich. Buns can be expensive or hard to come by, but sandwich bread, that was everywhere. Enter the hot dog sandwich. Instead of a traditional bun, folks would take a slice of sandwich bread, fold it around a cooked hot dog, and add ketchup or mustard if they had it. It's simple, it's filling, and it's a perfect example of making do with what you've got. This sandwich wasn't winning any beauty contests, but it was a lunchtime hero for kids and adults alike. And honestly, sometimes that's all that matters. Fun idea. Kids trading hot dog sandwiches at school because everyone's mom packed the same humble lunch. What's your favorite way to eat a hot dog? Buns, bread, or something else? Let me know. 5. Mayonnaise or American cheese sandwich. When the fridge was looking bare, A mayonnaise sandwich or a single slice of American cheese on white bread was a go-to snack. Mayonnaise added moisture and tang, transforming plain bread into something creamy and tasty. American cheese brought salty, melty goodness that kids loved. These sandwiches might seem plain today, but back then, they were quick fixes that kept hunger at bay without breaking the bank. Tip: toast the bread lightly for a warm, melty twist. Question: do you have a lazy sandwich that you still love? Share your go-to simple sandwich. 6. Onion sandwich. Here's one for the brave. The onion sandwich. Thin slices of raw onion layered between white bread. Onions were cheap, flavorful, and packed a punch, making them a frugal choice when other toppings weren't available. Sure, the smell might clear the room, but if you could handle it, the crunchy texture and sharp flavor made this a satisfying snack or side. Fun fact: this sandwich has roots in Depression-era cooking, where bold flavors helped brighten simple meals. Would you try an onion sandwich? The tomato sandwich. A southern summertime favorite. Ripe, juicy tomato slices sprinkled with salt, maybe a smear of mayonnaise nestled between soft white bread. The contrast of sweet, tangy tomato and pillowy bread is pure comfort. This sandwich was a seasonal treat, often enjoyed on a porch swing with a glass of iced tea. Tip: use freshly picked garden tomatoes for the best flavor. Question: what's your favorite summer sandwich? 8. Peanut butter bread or sandwich. Peanut butter was a pantry powerhouse, affordable, protein-packed, and delicious. Whether spread thickly on a slice of bread or made into a classic sandwich, peanut butter kept kids fueled for hours of play and work. Its creamy texture and nutty flavor made it a beloved staple that's still popular today. Variation: toast the bread first to create a slightly melty peanut butter that melts in your mouth and makes this treat somehow fancy. Are you team peanut butter and jelly or just peanut butter? Tell me your favorite combo. 9. Fried potato peel sandwich. Some families fried leftover potato peels until crispy, then sandwiched them between slices of white bread. This crunchy, salty snack was a clever way to stretch food and add texture. It's a reminder of the ingenuity and thriftiness that defined many kitchens of the era. Imagine a mom turning scraps into a treat to feed hungry children on a tight budget. What's the most creative way you've used food scraps? 10. Gravy and bread. Leftover gravy didn't go to waste. Pouring hot gravy over white bread created a warm, hearty meal. Whether brown gravy from roast meat or simple white gravy, this dish was comfort food on a dime. Bread soaked up the rich sauce, making every bite satisfying. Tip: serve with a side of steamed vegetables if you have them. Do you have a comfort food that's all about the sauce? 11. Eggs on toast. Eggs on toast is a timeless classic. Whether fried, scrambled, or poached, eggs served on toasted sandwich bread provided a cheap, protein-rich meal that could be eaten any time of day. It's simple, satisfying, and endlessly adaptable. Perfect for families looking to stretch their food budget without sacrificing taste. The runny yolk mixing with crispy toast is pure comfort. Variation: add a sprinkle of cheese or hot sauce for extra flavor. 12. Sandwich bread as buns for hamburgers. When traditional buns weren't available, sandwich bread did double duty. Stacked around hamburger patties, it was a practical and tasty solution. This practical solution was common at backyard cookouts and family dinners alike, proving that sometimes you don't need fancy packaging to enjoy a good meal. Picture a family picnic where bread slices replace buns and everyone digs in with smiles. Have you ever used sandwich bread as a bun? What did you think? Soaked in a custard of milk, eggs, sugar, and spices, then baked until golden. Bread pudding was a sweet, comforting dessert. It was a perfect way to use leftovers and satisfy sweet cravings. 14. Toad in a hole. No, not the British sausage dish. This American favorite involves cutting a hole in a slice of bread, frying it in a pan, and cracking an egg right in the center. It's fun, easy, and protein-packed, a great breakfast or snack. Kids loved watching the egg cook inside the bread hole, making mealtime playful. For an extra touch, you can do this with pancakes too. Did you grow up eating toad in a hole? Or have a fun breakfast memory? 15. Pinwheels. Last but not least, pinwheels were a clever snack. Flatten a slice of white bread, spread on peanut butter, jelly, cheese, or even leftover mashed potatoes, roll it up tight, and slice into bite-sized spirals. Fun fact: pinwheels were popular at school lunches and church socials. And there you have it. 15 frugal, creative, and heartwarming meals made from humble white bread in the 1950s and 60s. These dishes remind us that food isn't just about ingredients. It's about family, creativity, and making the most of what you have. Which one would you try? Or maybe you already have a favorite from your own family's kitchen. Drop a comment below. I love hearing your stories. If you enjoyed this nostalgic trip, please like, subscribe, and share with friends who love a good story and a comforting meal. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the simplest things really are the best.